Hello. I have here right now an Arturia Microbrute, and the guy told me that the master volume is not working as it should. It's less loud, as he said, and it's obviously not right. So let's give it a try. I did some research because I never had a Microbrute before here, and I did some research and I found out that a lot of people have this problem, and it could be due to the opamp in the final stage, which is DC coupled, and it's not protected on the output, which means you can blow the opamp. Others say it's just the pot. It's supposed to be 12 volt. This is 12 volt. And there it is. Line out. Okay. I'm not getting anything. Well, that asks for a little bit more investigation. So I'm going to turn on the oscilloscope while we're waiting, and in the meantime we can start to open it up. We probably need to remove these. So let's do that. Like I said, I haven't opened up one of these before. So I'm really curious to see what's inside. Really tiny screws. There's one missing over here. Even smaller than that is 0. Yeah, looks like it. self-tappers again. Really curious to see what's inside. Let me check. The microscope is online. Yes, it is. So that's for later. Let's get this open right now. I also noticed that the schematics for this machine are online somewhere. So if it gets really difficult, you can always check that. But if it is what I think it is, it shouldn't be too hard. Okay. Oh wow. Let's just put a mark on that, just to be sure. It went in like this. Come on. We can trigger it from MIDI without the keyboard, which is nice. Okay. Can we run this from outside its casing? What is there to see? There's a screw missing in here as well. Was someone here before? Looks like it. Because there should be a screw here. But okay. Power connector is hot snotted in here. The Microbrute rear board. Let's see if we can take it out. More self-tappers. We have the line out here. I'm not seeing much on this side of the board, which makes me suspect it's on the other side. Is that all? That is all. Oh wow, nice board in here. What's that? Ah, someone already had a try at the master volume pot. Really? This looks awful. Okay. The first time you open a machine up, it's always a little bit of a puzzle how to get everywhere and what is important and what is not. For now, I'm gonna take this one right off. There's also a 20-pin header here. Oh, it's a JTEX for programming. Oh, nice. Okay. So these are exactly the same connectors, so I should mark them before I take them apart. Like that. That wasn't too hard. Okay, now we have a bunch of flat cables. Two. That's two. And this is on this side. Yeah, not forgetting anything. These are the... Now I'm gonna detach this side. So 3. This is okay, that shouldn't be a problem. How is this looking? Because the main out is here. It looks alrightish. Nothing too weird. One dip package. Multi-turn trim pots, more trimmers. It says U1 here, and this could very well be the opamp. Let me check. What does it say? It says 472.8. Well, this is the opamp, I guess. It's 62. Yeah, I think this is the opamp. Let's not jump to conclusions right now. Because the first thing to notice is this. Can you see that? There is a jumper wire, but someone already had a hack at the main master volume. Oh, this is already breaking off. That doesn't look too good. It also misses half of the legs. There's also what could be an opamp here. Really tiny screws. Almost all of them. Yeah, I know this doesn't make the most interesting videos. I understand. But I do this live because I don't have the time to do a lot of editing afterwards. I would like to. I understand that makes for better videos, but I mean, there's a lot of these. Here we go. What has happened here? What has happened here? There is an extra resistor in between. They cut off a few of the legs. Is this done in the factory? It doesn't look like it. It will be a horrible job. Let me just check. Okay. This is what I found. And I was wondering before which one they call the front board, which one they call the back board, and this is the analog board, and this is the rear board. So this means the front board is what they call the analog board here. Okay, 17 pages. Let me just open this one up. Okay. Inputs. So from the VCA, it's getting some brute factor. And if we go see some test points. Okay. And this is what we just saw. The U1. Is there a U1 on this one as well? Yeah, this is the U1 as well. Okay, see some test points. Give me a sec while I find it over here. Here it is. So at test point 1, we should get audio. I see here test point 59, test point 3. I want to see test point 1, 46, 4, trimmer 2, test point 7, test point 19. Where is test point 1, 14, 13, 12? Where is test point 1? There's a lot of test points, which is nice. Is this 1? No, it's 41. How many test points are there? This is test point 11. Test point 2. And the schematic says there's a 25K pot for the feedback, which is not this one, because this is 50K, yeah, 50K audio taper. Well, this is 25K. Ah, okay, so they are using a stereo pot, but they're just disconnecting one side. And like one of these legs is connected to test point 2. What? How is this? Okay, this is getting interesting. because this one could very well be blown up. And it's the U1A. So yeah, this is the U1B, which is not used. Sorry, it should actually auto switch when I press this window, but okay. So I have to figure out this part. Why? Because one of these legs, this is clockwise. So pin 3 is, yeah, pin 1 is the ground, and the other one why would you do that? There's actually, okay, let's try to figure this out. I have here pin 1 connected to ground, and then if we look at it, pin 2, which is this one, is also connected to ground here. Let me double check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, pin. No, they're not. Oh wow, the legs are cut through on this side, but the trace, so it's actually not what I thought. This is connected to ground. This is not. And it looks like every other leg here is cut off, so this is all true. But there is a resistor which is broken off now. Yeah, it really wasn't there. Oh man. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually one potentiometer. That's the first one, okay. I think it's actually so this leg is cut off, this leg is cut off, this leg is cut off, and this leg is cut off, which leaves 4 connectors remaining, 4 legs, but this looks like a normal potentiometer. What is the fourth leg doing? Excuse me. Okay. So I'm not good at reading color codes from metal film, so I'm just going to measure it. It is a 4.7K. So was someone trying to like disable the why does it say tuning? This is actually a resistor on the output. Why would people blow this opamp? Because that's, people say, oh, because it's DC coupled. You see, there is no capacitor in the output stage, which some people think is a design mistake. Some people actually put it in their cutter trays. So this here is the final op-amp. This is leg 1. Let's see what we can find, because this is R1, which is the 1K resistor. That looks just fine over there. Okay, let's try to hook this up. I removed the resistor for now. Test point 2 is gone. The pad is no longer there. Still didn't find test point 1, but I think I'll manage on the op-amp. So you get a, so we're going to measure the signal. RP8 from the feedback. So I want to first make sure this is working. Am I getting signal over here? So let's hook it up if that's possible. I think so, yes. I do need to find a way to bypass the power switch, or I may just take it out. Yes, I will take it out. Here it is. So this is how it will end up. 1. This is 2. Might want to replace these flat cables as well at one point. Let's turn it around. Come on. Cheap stuff. Yep. It's in there. That's for all the connections between the boards. And now for the power switch. You could use a jumper, I guess. I want to work on it from here. And let's give it some power. I hear a sound when I turn it on. What is that? What is that? Psheep. I can hear it. Psheep. Wow, okay. Interesting. I'm not going to short anything in here. No, it'll be fine. Okay. So again, from RP8, put it halfway open, and it's the RP8B. Is there also an RP8A? Yes, yes. So these two pots work in conjunction. Because these two are connected, they're the same pot. So if I turn one open, we get signal to here and to here, which is going to pin 3 on the opamp. And let's make sure we're getting a signal. I'm going to start Ableton and get myself a MIDI lead. And also maybe the audio already here. And I don't even know what So here we are. Let's it's connected to out A. I can already hear the crackling. It's not playing a note yet. How do we set the MIDI channel? Is there any way? Maybe via USB? I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure that it's receiving these notes. Can you tell somewhere? It is getting a pulse right now. Is this? Yeah, it's getting triggered. Okay, nice. I can see the envelope light. So it's boom. Open up the sustain. So it's constantly getting triggered now. So now we just want to know if we're getting a signal. Oh, let me grab a probe from the scope. Yes. I can use that ground point. And now if we go here, we see that we want to measure the input on pin 3. Not getting anything at all here. Oh, here's this point 1. There's not much going on test point 1. Nothing at all. Can see all crackling. Okay, let me check if I have. So let's be sure we open up the filter, close the resonance, a little bit of brute factor, low pass. Turn all the oscillators. No LFO. It should produce audio at this point. Let me just double check if we get anything at all. Like, do we have here? What is this? Why isn't my probe doing anything? Ah, the switch was not. Cheap probes. Okay. Now back to pin 3. I'm gonna change probe. Maybe it's just not working. How is this one? This already looks much better. Connected to ground. Still showing signal. Test point 1. Is this what we're looking for? And if we, okay, this looks like the audio. On test point 1, and if you go to pin 3, it's no longer there. So on test point 1, and so up until here, your signal, test point 4, this point 4 also has signal. It's reduced by the feedback pot. But on test point 1, you can see it's there. Might try to change it to just one square wave. Is that possible? Does this work? Yep. So audio is getting, oh, sorry. I turned it into a square wave on the Microbrute just now, and if we can see a signal here. And if we turn up Yeah, it's just louder. So this is the loudest as it can get. I turned up the potentiometer all the way up so that we get the full signal. And now I just want to make sure it's coming to pin 3. And if we measure at pin 3, I actually only just noticed the pin 1 mark here. So this is pin 3. And you can see it's still there, a little less loud. And does it come out of pin 1? Yes, it comes out of pin 1. So the signal is still there. The op-amp seems to be working just fine. Pin 3 to pin 1. There it is. Going through R1 just fine. So this is just fine. It's going through here and then to here. To one of the first legs, and the pot is like this. So this is pin 1, or is this? So it's coming into the pot. Pin 1. I'm sorry, I'm measuring the wrong potentiometer. This is pin 1. I'm not measuring anything on test point 3, which should be the main output. But it's entering on 1, 2, 3. This is test point 2, and so the pot is just not doing anything in there. So the op-amp is okay, that's for sure. But the potentiometer is not. Okay. It's time to get it out. There's nothing else we can do, because I measure signal right here, but nothing right here. So that leaves me only the potentiometer. Is it possible to take this one out? No, probably not. stick it down so we don't burn it. And the final one. Okay. I'm going to put on my glasses because someone already did some work on here. You might have to open some traces and jumper some stuff. I want to be very careful with these pads because it already looks like the smell, man. It's also not the right potentiometer because this is 50K and it should only be 25. It doesn't matter because it's used as a voltage divider for the volume out. And we just do the same trick. Yeah, the pads are a tiny bit gone, which makes it really difficult to solder in the big pot. I'm saving up for a USB microscope overhead camera so I can show this kind of stuff close. There is some damage over here. I'm not sure if it's a trace or... So yeah, test point 2, they connected. Ah, that's what they did. Sort of. No. It maybe look like that someone tried to put a resistor here. The 4K7. It could work, it's just a fixed output. on this side, none of the traces connect to anything. None of them. No, just pin 1 to ground. And maybe... no, just pin 1. And it wasn't even solely common. Yeah, strange choices. Now let me check. I'm sure. Did I? Maybe I haven't put it in the... Let me check where the pots are. This is for course. Why isn't it working? Come on. See? So I also have a 25K or 50K, yeah, sorry, but it shouldn't be a problem. But they're not the same. These have a different footprint. actually thought. So I have the right shaft length, but the wrong footprint. What else do I have? I don't believe I have these spots here. No, 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 no. Maybe. Let me check real quick. I'm still in the process of putting all my inventory in the system. So not everything is up to date, but I don't have these spots. Which means oh, wait a minute. No, 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 no. This is all different. So that means that I have to order a replacement. But I got this one out for now. So that means that we're gonna put this aside, wait for this exact footprint to come in. Oh yeah, man, that's too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do an exact one. Make it 25 as well. Like it should be. Okay, so that wraps it up for now. I was actually hoping to finish this one in one go. But Faith has decided otherwise. Okay. I'm gonna put this aside and see what else is there to repair. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will get back to this.